in order to practice, to purify the body, speech and mind, so that physical behavior, verbal behavior, mental behavior, to be blameless, pure and clean, one needs to purify the beginning. And it is explained what it means by the beginning. In order to keep one's physical, verbal behavior to be clean, one needs to practice sila, morality, so that the morality should be pure and clean. And yesterday Sayadaw explained about sila, morality. And there should be sati, mindfulness, khandhi, patience, viriya, effort. As much one has mindfulness, the more one will be blameless. And yesterday Sayadaw explained how the Buddha answered the hermit who asked the Buddha how one can stop and cut the current. Putting into practice, it will be satisfying by uplifting one's life, by purifying one's life. And there should be patience. One should have patience with everything. In the meditation center, one should have patience with the food, also with the accommodation, the weather. One should be patient also during the sitting. And also one should be patient when dealing with others. And there should be courage. In order not to let the unwholesomeness to arise, and in order to develop wholesomeness to arise, one needs to have courage, and one needs to cultivate pure, clean body, speech and mind, stage by stage. One needs to be courageous. And sila, morality, should be suvisuddha. It should be very purified. Especially yogis who are practicing, especially yogi monks as well as lay male yogis, lay female yogis. Everyone should keep their precepts very clean. And today Sayadaw will continue to explain the two things in order to purify the beginning. Silanta suvisuddha, the morality should be very purified. Ditthita ujjuka, one's view should also be upright. One should have right view, and Sayadaw will continue to explain about right view. In the term Ditthita ujjuka, there is the word cha, means that the uprightness of the view also. So cha here means also, meaning that purifying the sila alone is not enough. One's view should also be upright. So in the beginning, one's view will not be as wide. One needs the view, the correct view, that good deeds bring good results, bad deeds bring bad results. Having pure, clean, gentle behavior will give good results. bad action by body, speech and mind have bad results as well as hurting, harming others. If the person believes that good deeds do not bring good results, bad deeds do not bring bad results, his or her view is not straightforward. It is not straight, but his or her view is wrong. It is very important to have view that is upright. Having right view, one gains benefit. The example is given. There are unsuitable food that should not be taken. So based on one's physical defense, physical stamina, there are certain kind of food that is not suitable for certain person. Especially the unhealthy food, unclean food are not suitable. And there are also some kind of food that has some toxic in it. And by taking such kind of unsuitable food, one can become sick. So this example is very obvious with the materiality. By taking unsuitable food. So just as taking unsuitable food is harmful for the person, it is the same that one should avoid unwholesome behavior. Knowing the kind of unsuitable food, one should prevent oneself from eating such kind of unhealthy food. As much one can avoid oneself from eating unsuitable food, one will not get sick. And one should also know the suitable kind of food that is full of vitamins and minerals. And one should also take clean water, fresh air, which is suitable with everyone. As much one takes suitable food, clean air, clean water, the body, the materiality will be fresh and strong. The nutrients from the food generate fresh new materiality in the body. So just as the nutrition from the food generates fresh new materiality in the body, in the same way, there needs to be nutrition for the mind. One should have right view that unwholesome behavior by body, speech and mind are rude, gross, and it can hurt others. It can harm others, and such kind of behavior also lead to bad results. By having pure, clean, blameless behavior, one will be uplifted. So one prevents oneself from wrongful behavior. One needs the right view that one should avoid wrongful behavior. So, if the person thinks that unwholesome behavior do not bring bad results, wholesome behavior do not bring good results, his or her view is not upright. One needs reasoning power in order to have right view. So it is very simple. One does not need to be educated in the worldly way in order to have right view. Paṇḍitā Sayadaw, meaning one should have view that is upright. Pujuka means uprightness, straightforwardness. One's view should not be crooked. One's view should not be distorted, but it should be straight. It should be upright. When looking at something or some fact, one should look with straightforwardness, with uprightness, so that one's view will be straightforward and upright. But if there are excuses, pretense, can it be this way, that way, then the person will not get to the correct path. Vicikicca, skeptical doubt, deceives in the disguise of knowledge. Rather than having upright view, the skeptical doubt deceives as if like knowledge. So as the vicikicca can be deceiving, the person can think it as knowledge, whereas it is vicikicca. So it is very important to have upright view. Having right view, one understands clearly the cause and effect, and there is right view, and it is praiseworthy, and it is good. It is called Sundara. Sundara means good. So it is very important to have view that is upright. There should not be crookedness. There should not be distortion, but one's view should be straightforward and upright. Having right view is connected with knowledge. Having knowledge, one will have correct view. People who have correct view will gain the kind of virtue in the worldly way as well as having virtue in the supramundane way. So it is very important to have correct view in order to practice, in order to cultivate Vipassana knowledge, and in order to mature the knowledge, and one will be fulfilled with supramundane knowledge. If the person does not have correct view, then one's view will be distorted and wrong. It will not be praiseworthy. And one cannot gain purification of one's body, speech and mind. So one is far from the supramundane knowledge. So Buddha said, Paṇḍitā Sayadaw, meaning one should have view that is upright. So based on the purified sila, morality, if one has upright view, then the person can practice Satipatthana meditation. People who have worldly education tend to have lots of reflection. So concerning with some facts, they are reflecting what it is, why is it, how is it. When they come for practice also, they are reflecting what it is, why is it. So their practice will not be smooth if they are reflecting what it is, why is it, rather than noting the object. Knowing the correct method of practice, approaching the Kalyana Mitta, true companion, good teachers who guide them the way to practice according to the scriptures. The students should have faith and confidence, feeling assured that the guidance is correct, and they should understand that these guidance are correct, and by practicing accordingly, as much they practice accordingly, they gain the benefits of practice. But if the person is reflecting why is it, what it is during the intensive practice, then they will not come to have true knowledge. And when they are being taught, if you practice this way, you will gain this kind of benefit, they are uncertain, they have confusion and doubt. So in this way, vicikicca, skeptical doubt, arises. Sandirana mukhena vicikicca vancheti. Skeptical doubt is deceiving in the form of reflection. So there is reflection, what it is, why is it, how is it, and having such kind of reflection, one does not cultivate knowledge. Based on the theory, only if one practices, one will come to acceptance, confirmation through the practice. But if there is only theory without practice, there can be doubt and confusion deceives in the form of reflection. There should be sammaskata samadhi, there should be right view, knowing that good deeds bring good results, bad deeds bring bad results. Ditthita ujuka, one's view should be upright. Such kind of right view is praiseworthy and suitable, and thus it is called passattha. Passattha means praiseworthy, sundara, good. By having correct view, one gains benefit. So it is very important to have a view that is upright, and there should be kammaskata samadhi. There should be right view that good deeds bring good results, bad deeds bring bad results. Good and bad deeds are creating good and bad results. Having kammaskata samadhi is the foundation that is needed to cultivate wholesomeness. So one should have kammaskata samadhi all the time. If the person's view is crooked, not upright, then the person will not be gaining virtue. Having wrong view, one loses the virtue. Not knowing cause and effect correctly, there can be annihilation belief and eternity belief. Not knowing that relevant cause gives rise to relevant effect, one has wrong view that there is nothing after death. And the person believes that whatever the person does, good and bad results will not arise as the effect of good and bad deeds. Such kind of wrong view is not praiseworthy, but it is blameworthy, and the person is sure to get bad results when the person has wrong view. The view that one believes as there is nothing after death, it is called Ucceda Ditti, annihilation view. The Nama Rupa arise and pass away, even if one does not discern the arising and passing away, but so long as one knows that new life arises, and then there is death. But if the person thinks that after death the soul remains, such kind of wrong view is called Sassata Ditti, eternity view, and the person believes as there is the Creator creating, and so on. There is Sassata Ditti, eternity view, and the Hindu text mentions Atta. Hindu text mention Atta as Jnanadikarana Metta. They say that Atta is where knowledge arises from. And they believe that because of the Atta, the person knows. And they also believe that it is the Atta that is making the Nama Rupa to arise. And they believe that Atta is where the Nama Rupa is taking place. Jivata Paramatta, they believe in two kinds of Atta. Jivata, the Jiva Atta, the individual soul, and Paramatta, the Parama Atta, the Supreme Soul. So they believe that there is the living soul in the being, and they believe that the living soul in the being is Jiva Atta. And Parama Atta is the Atta that is creating, that is governing, the Supreme. The Brahma Atta is the Supreme Soul that governs and creates, and it is permanent. So in this way they believe in two kinds of Atta, the Brahma Atta that is permanent, that creates, and the Jiva Atta that has been created by the Supreme Soul. There are four kinds of quality in which they believe as Parama Atta. Tatrisaro Sabbanyu Paramata Eko Eva Sukha Dukkati Rahito. They believe that the Parama Atta creates and governs. If the Parama Atta creates something to arise, it arises. If the Parama Atta creates something to dissolve, it dissolves. And they believe that things arise due to the creation of the Parama Atta. Sattanyu, they believe that the Parama Atta knows everything that should be known. Eko Eva, they believe that there is one and only Parama Atta. Sukha Dukkha Di Rahito, they believe that the Parama Atta has neither happiness nor suffering, and they believe that there is no definite shape or form of the Parama Atta. So in this way they describe the Parama Atta that it has no definite form and shape, and they believe the Mahabrahma as the Paramatta, the Supreme Soul. Jivata Tati Sarira, they believe that in each and every being there exists a living soul. So Paticharira means that there is the individual soul in every being. They know, meaning that the Jiva Atta differs from one being to another, thinking that the being that is big will have a big atta. The being that is small will have small atta. For example, the atta of a flea or an ant will be small. The atta of an elephant will be big. And Vipu, meaning the individual soul, has its own ability. And they believe that seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, knowing, bending, stretching is done by the atta. The nama rupa arise and pass away. When the rupa, materiality, pass away, there remains the atta. They believe that the atta remains even though the body perishes. And Nechocha, they believe the Jiva Atta to be permanent. Even though the body perishes, they believe that the Atta moves on to the next new body. And they don't believe karma and the result of karma. They believe in Creator. What really exists is the nama rupa that arise as cause and effect, but they believe there is the Creator and the being that has been created. What the Buddha taught is that people have Cetana, volition, involved in doing good and bad deeds, even though the good volition, bad volition pass away, but there leaves the potency to give good and bad results. And tomorrow, Sayadaw will continue to explain, and by listening to the explanation, the Tamaskata Samadhi will become upright. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Imaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipatiya Bodhan Pujemi. Imaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipatiya Dhamma Pujemi. Imaya